We're back, and I apologize for being out last week. I was dealing with a little bit of a cold, but we're back and better than ever. And I'm going to quickly recap Survivor Series because I was not able to do that last week. What a show, what a show, what a show. Had some massive returns. We had the men's and women's War Games matches. My gosh, let me start off with the women. Great match, phenomenal match, probably the better actual match out of the two. These women put on an amazing show, and Team Bianca was able to pull out the win there. Miz and Gunther, my gosh, hard-hitting match, one of the Miz's best matches in recent memory. And you know, Gunther, he's just always had a banger after banger. Santos and Dragon Lee, you know, filling in for Carlito. That was a hard-hitting match. Dragon Lee's always putting on great matches, 5-star matches all the time. He's just a great wrestler, and I can't wait to see more from that storyline. And you know, Rhea and Zoe, they put on a show. Rhea was able to retain, you know, but it was a great match between those two as well. And of course, you know, the men's War Games match to close out the show. Randy Orton is back. He's better than ever. And great match. Team Randy, Team Cody, Team Seth, whatever you want to call it, was able to pull out the victory over Team Judgment Day and Drew McIntyre. And what kind of storytelling we had in that match and in the women's War Games match. It was just great Prima Live event from start to finish. And my gosh, the return of CM Punk. It started off this video, you know, I had to get those views in. I'm just messing, but you know, CM Punk is back in the WWE. I was hoping that he would come back, but you know, you saw the copyright thing. Triple H is always doing that. And then, you know, the music hit and the crowd went wild. No better place than Chicago to bring back CM Punk. And I honestly believe he is back home. Well, let's get into what happened on the Raw after Survivor Series. Randy Orton opens up the show and he says he has unfinished business with the Bloodline. And then Rhea Ripley comes out and basically wants him to acknowledge the Judgment Day. And then Randy's able to counter and attack and even hit JD with an RKO. He did it at War Games. Now he's doing it again. Now after an amazing tag team turmoil match, the Creed brothers are able to get the win and become the #1 contenders for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. Now we have Cody Rhodes coming out, cutting the promo. He's welcoming CM Punk back to the WWE, and he even declares for the 2024 Men's Royal Rumble match. And then Shinsuke Nakamura has a promo that comes up on the screen, and then he appears behind him and misses him in the face, even with his good suit on. My gosh, Cody's suit was messed up because that daggone Shinsuke Nakamura came and missed him right in his face. But I digress. Now we have Ivar and Bronson Reed. Actually a quick match, but it was hard hitting because it ended in a double countout, which led to an all-out brawl, even outside the ring, all over half the arena. And you know what? I think these two are gonna still have some unfinished business, and I can't wait to see what they kick up coming up on Raw tonight. But you know, we have Nia Jax now getting a victory in her bout with Zoe Stark. Zoe just coming off of a match with Rhea, so I can understand that she probably wasn't 100% going in here. But you go into a match with Nia Jax. I don't know what told her mind to do that, but you know, Nia Jax she's irresistible force. She's not Jax. But now we have Seth Rollins not wanting to spend any time talking about CM Punk, who he calls a hypocrite. Pretty sure he's a hypocrite in his own right in some ways. But then he says he wants to get back to being a fighting champion. When Drew McIntyre's music hits, he comes out and he wants a world title rematch. But Seth tells him that Jay has a title opportunity tonight on Raw. From last week, it was next week. And, you know, Seth said that he didn't have a problem giving Drew a title rematch, but you know, he thinks that Jay deserved it more, and Drew was not happy about that. And he sat there and head banged him, and I think he hit the title, was bleeding and everything. So I don't think Drew McIntyre is too happy about that. Now we have Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. retaining the Women's Tag Team Championships over Tegan Nox and Natalya after a pretty good match. And after a great main event match, Randy Orton wins his first singles match back on Raw against Dominic Mysterio. Dirty Dom got a nasty, sad loss in this match. We love Dirty Dom, but he was not able to get the victory over Randy Orton, who got the victory in that match. And now the show closed with CM Punk coming out for the first time in many years, and he says that he is back home. He's back home, and he's not here to make friends. He's here to make money. But now what happened on Friday Night Smackdown, Bianca kicked off Smackdown and she wants her title back. And then she's interrupted by Damage Control that did not have Bayley present, may I add, which leads to Shotzi and Charlotte to come out. And of course, they all end up brawling. Team Bianca got the advantage, so I don't think that Damage Control story is over just yet. But now we have Bobby Lashley pulling out a quick victory over Butch, and now we have Santos Escobar getting a win over Joaquin Wilde, and then he attacks him afterward, prompting Dragon Lee to come out to his Joaquin Wilde's defense. Joaquin Wilde, the LWO, I don't know what the future is going to hold for them, but you know, I can't wait to see where this story goes when Carlito's back, when Ray's back. I guess only time will tell. But now we have Logan Paul coming out talking. He's back on Smackdown, the United States champion, and he says that there's going to be a tournament to decide the number one contender for the United States Championship. And then Logan Paul's interrupted by Kevin Owens, Austin Theory, and Chris Waller, which leads to Kevin to punch Austin Theory in the face, and then him and Logan Paul standing off, which then leads into a match between Kevin Owens and Grayson Waller, where Kevin Owens is able to get a massive victory over the Aussie icon. Now in the main event, we have Bianca Belair getting a great victory over Damage Control's own Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane was not able to pull out a victory on, I think, maybe her first singles match back. Could be wrong there. But, you know, one of the first, at least, singles match back. She was not able to beat Bianca Belair. She's on the roll right now, and I think eventually that title may be hers. Now we have Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis fighting over Randy Orton. They've been fighting all show, and they meet in the middle of the ring to decide where Randy Orton is going to be based, where he could come back. He came back as a free agent. Raw and SmackDown both want him, and Randy comes out. He encounters the Bloodline. They encounter some DDTs and some RKOs as Randy signs with SmackDown because he wants to get back at the Bloodline. And you know, Nick Aldis, he may have got Randy Orton on SmackDown, but he got a RKO too. And Randy's out for blood now. He's seeking revenge on the group that took him out. So with that being said, please make sure to like, please make sure to subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Weekly Roundup, the episode back. What a monumental past couple of weeks of WWE, to say the least. Shocking in some ways, and just can't wait to see what happens next. Make sure to tune in to Raw tonight, tune in to SmackDown on Friday. We'll be back, Golfing Little, with a brand new episode of Weekly Roundup. This week, always remember Jesus loves you, and so do I. We'll see you next week.